Good afternoon, January the 14th, 2016. Time to kick off our trading and recaps for the 30-year today. We're talking in terms of monkey-based trading. And what does a monkey do to get rewarded, to get a banana? He sees a pattern, he sees something he's tested at some level, and if he gets the correct answer, he gets a banana. So there were 16 banana events today for our monkey. And out of those 16 banana events, there were 0 losers. Now, he didn't get a full banana, which we count as 6 points on every trade. There was a trade where he had 5. There was a trade where he had 1. There was a trade down here where he scratched it and got 0. So not all trades are winners. So there were 3 of them, so we'll just take away 3 from that, and we're going to give the monkey 13 bananas today. And that's a pretty successful trade. You may laugh about it. What in the hell's with this monkey-based trading? And what we're trying to get you to see is that if you take the setups that our methodology is based on, retest failures, mean green trades, the letter S, the letter B, and if you trade them faithfully without question, there will be money in the account at the end of the day. Now, we understand you may not want to trade after lunch, after you've made your business plan. That's okay too. But today there were 16 events where the monkey had a shot at a banana. On 13 of those events, he got a full banana, got partial bananas on the others. And that's a pretty good trading day, all things considered. 16 trades possible. 70 30 seconds the way we count them, but you can see right here in 8 30 seconds, a 16 30 seconds trade, an 11 30 seconds trade, a 22 30 seconds trade, 10 30 seconds, 9 30 seconds, 11. We only count 6 30 seconds for our winners, so we're very conservative on how we add that up. So 70 30 seconds is $2,187. If you're having trouble trading whatever contract you are trading, take a look at the bond. It's a big contract. It's got a lot of volatility. You can put money in the account quickly. It honors support and resistance literally to the tick. It does trades fundamentally. Good news rallies the market. Bad news takes the market lower. There are very few games played in treasuries. Encourage you to take a look at us. We offer you 5 free days in the main trading room. We trade crude, gold, the euro, 30-year bond, 10-year note, and the E-mini. In those 5 free days, you'll get to see us take 3 to 5 live trades a day. See how we read the tape, see how the software works live, real time, see how the setups work. Looking forward to seeing you in the main room for your 5-day free trial offer. In the meantime, wish you good trading. Good morning. It is January the 15th, 2016. Half the month is over, and Martin Luther King's birthday is coming on Monday. So as the day progresses, the activity as far as treasuries go should decrease. We're in the same situation that we normally are when we have this extension in the market in X and W. The excess can be absorbed in this type of a move. And the reason we're up is that equities around the globe are selling. The yuan was stable last night. There's an interesting article out on Zero Hedge where the Bank of China has told the United States raises interest rates again or makes moves to strengthen the dollar, that they will lower the yuan again. I don't know if that's true. It makes for good press for sure. The reason cited for the stock market selling overnight is renewed concerns about Chinese credit. A lot of credit's being raised in the bond market, and the Chinese bonds, all categories, are straight up even though their stock markets are down. Now, part of that shouldn't surprise anybody that trade treasuries and equities, etc. The inverse relationship is there, but Chinese credit, transparency, what are you really getting when you buy a Chinese bond, are all open to question. You just never quite know what you're going to get. So, and then Kuroda's Bank of Japan's president says that raising another round of QE by the Bank of Japan might be detrimental to the Bank of Japan's financial position. So those two things combined, renewed selling in the stock market. So the market is subject to manipulation by central banks. Central banks rallied the stock markets from around the globe from 2009 to the end of 2015 with quantitative easing, threats of no more quantitative easing or raising interest rates to take the stock market lower. So fundamentals have changed as far as that goes. So if the E-mini sells today more, takes out 1871, treasuries can trade higher. Pretty simple. The issue for us right off the bat is, can we take out 14? This 14 to 20 area. If we can't, it sets up a sell, at least to retest the 128.04 area. So our trade this morning is sell failure, basically to take out this area. And then, again, then the second one's going to be the 24 area. So got to sell 13 to 17 structural wise. And then you can see we've got volume at 24 and at 27, so we'll make the second sell 23 to 27. A little bit higher than we had it before. On the buy side, 5 to 9 to get started on the assumption that the news will be supportive, and if as forecast it is, supportive for treasuries in 29 to 01. Lots of news this morning. PPI minus a tenth. Core plus a tenth. Retail sales unchanged. No growth. X autos plus 2%. Hard to see where they get a positive number, but these numbers are subject to manipulation. Empire Manufacturing survey -4. Could come in lower than forecast, as could retail sales. Industrial production -0.2. Capacity utilization 76.9. Could come in lower than forecast, as could industrial production. Consumer sentiment 93. Business inventories unchanged. And Baker Hughes rig count, don't know what it'll be, have no estimates, but last count was 830, getting smaller. So the focus is going to be retail sales, ex autos, and industrial production. PPI will be looked at. Stagflation would have declining economic growth and core inflation going higher. Hard to see that happening with what's happened in energy. Meat prices are actually off a little bit. Grain prices are down. So hard to see that we're going to get an increase in inflation. So retail sales, ex auto, industrial production is where the market's focus will be. Now, the reason highs and lows are quite often set in the overnight session, especially if you've had a big run, is that all the excess is run out of the market. I mean, the prices don't have a lot of buffering, not a lot of orders out there, resting orders, but you will get to a point in the overnight session where the price is too high or too low and people will buy them. And that's how the edges are set. So right here, this 24-28 area, so a 23-27 sell 1, then leaning up against that high of 04, 3s to 7s would be sell 2. Let them get stops above that. On the buy side, 9 to 13, buy 1. Then we'll make it 29 to 01, buy 2. But really down to the E-minis reaction to the news. Gold was up a little bit overnight, but not in a huge way. Selling in equities, risk off investments, buy gold. So 85, 87 is going to be sell 1. Stock market sells, you don't want to be short. Then our 90 to 92 will be sell 2. And good stops above 90. On the buy side, 79 to 81, buy 1. Then 75, 77, buy 2. Yeah, the yuan was stable overnight, didn't do anything. So the euro, we can get it. Drifting up on the idea that the United States economy, with all the numbers coming in this morning, may not be as strong as forecast. So looking for plus 0.2 growth in retail sales ex autos. So 950, got a lot of news, give it a little bit of room. Sell 1. 975, sell 2. On the buy side, London's low was 875. We've got news, so we'll start off 875 on the buy. 850 for buy 2. May take 109s to get in, just down to the news. So it may take a 109 to get in. But we'll see we'll adjust that after the news. Crude is below 30 bucks. Put an article up. The Iranian oil, with people firing missiles across, rockets across our naval ship's bow, all sorts of stuff going on by Iran. They're going to get $100 to $150 billion and the right to sell their oil on the world's oil markets again. That can only take the price of crude lower. These guys need cash flow. They're not worried about over pumping the structure or doing anything like that. And it is a fight between the Shia, which are controlled out of Iran, and the Sunnis that are controlled out of Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia feels they're better able to weather the storm. So we are pointed lower, 29 bucks. I think 27.50 is the next stop. So a little bit lower this morning, maybe not break. 29, 29 and a half. Go for stops below 29, that'll be buy 1. Then end of the week short covering, then 28.50, 28.75 will be buy 2. Don't really like, I think the long side of the market is good for going long is when you cover your shorts. 30, 30 and a quarter, sell 1. And 30.50, 30.75, sell 2. But the fundamentals in crude oil, oversupply, contracting worldwide economy. We're got another 6 months to go. It takes 1.5 to 2 years for the low to be established in crude oil. That comes officially in June of 2016. That'll be the second year. And I imagine we probably will hit the lows before then. Then the issue is how long does it take to recover? And I think recovery is going to take a long time to do because of all the above ground storage. So the dynamics are a little different this time. Because of government manipulation, we don't get our typical inventory related recessions. And because of meddling and interference, we can't let this happen. You know, I'm a politician, I'm going to stop the fact, I'm going to ease the fact that you're out of work, etc. And we know where those policies have gotten us. Okay, 1871 is pretty important. We bust that, and we're headed down for that 1860 area, plus or minus. Then it really, 1850 is a round number. 1830 is the next point. So that, say 1860 to 70 is pretty good support. Then 45 to 50, and then our 30 to 35. Market is pointed lower. We have a chance for a triple bottom right here. The news IFAS forecast will not be supportive. The options play 1930 calls, 1950 calls, 1850, and 1900 puts. So, taking these two, they would give you an 1890. Taking 1900 and 1850 would give you an 1875 close today. Biggest open interest on calls is 2000. Biggest open interest in puts is 1900, 1850 as we go into it. So positions will be rolled. PPI unchanged. Core, excuse me, PPI is minus a tenth. Core plus a tenth. Retail sales unchanged. X auto. Empire Manufacturing Survey. All these numbers could come in lower. -4. Industrial production -0.2. Capacity utilization 76.9. No one pays any attention to that, except in times of inflation when it gets above 84. Consumer sentiment 93. That could come in lower than forecast. Business inventories unchanged. 0. No growth. Be nice if they grow. That can accelerate the selling. So they like to see that business inventories are no worse than unchanged. And then Baker Hughes rig count, don't know. Last week it was 830. They'd like to see a lower number. So the focus, retail sales X auto and industrial production -0.2. Right now structurally, I got the single print at 90. We're at 81.75, so 85.90, sell 1. 95 to the buck, sell 2. Support is at 71, so 70.72 buy 1. Then 55.60 buy 2. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up, posted, moved around. Going to get busy on that. I'll be back with you as soon as possible.